Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Saturday night for those in the Eastern time zone here. Welcome to episode number 3 of the Bricks and Beyond Creator Showcase series. As you all know, this series highlights members of the LEGO community, basically giving them an opportunity to let you get to know them and learn about the person behind the account. So without further ado, tonight's guest is meteorologist Katie Nickolaou. I'm going to get her in here. What's up, Mav?
There we go.
And there she is. Hello, hello. How are
I'm
you?
doing great. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. So yeah, we have you and a special friend along for the ride
Yes,
tonight.
our built-in home security system. Because if anyone
Yes,
breaks in, they're running.
I can only imagine. I'm not gonna lie. When we chatted there a couple minutes ago, I almost ran myself. So
People underestimate just how massive it is.
yeah.
Like I'm 5'6". This thing's probably closer to 6'4", I'd say.
See, when I randomly stumbled across the video that we'll get to here shortly, I was very curious to see like actually the size of it, because obviously, we've never met, so like I didn't know how tall you were, and like I'm seeing this massive thing like moving along the screen here. I'm just like, this thing looks massive. So um it's I'm really anxious to see what you have to share with us on that. So
Okay.
um before we get started, I just want to introduce you. So for those of you who don't know Katie, Katie is the weekday morning meteorologist at the WLNS 6 news station, which is up in Lansing, Michigan. And as she explained to me, for those of you that don't know, Lansing is in the Palm.
Whoop,
Yep.
right there.
And so not only is she a meteorologist on TV, but I've also seen that you are quite the viral TikTok sensation.
Yes. For some reason, people find the weather as fascinating as I do, and that's been very fun to explore.
Yeah, I was diving into some of the things that you do. So before I talk about what's creepily staring over your shoulder, can you just like dive into your journey here with the news and the weather and like how you got into all this TikTok and everything like that?
Totally. Yeah, honestly, the getting into the weather part was easy. I was just in a tornado when I was 5. I thought it was
Okay.
awesome. My parents didn't think it was weird. Like, it just kind of fostered this love of meteorology and Jim Cantori, and I took that from there and ran
Okay.
with it. Um, Tornado hit my grandparents' house when I was
Oh
like,
gosh.
I think it was 2010, and another one hit my house in 2011.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I just, at that point in Michigan, you're like, oh, that's a sign. So,
Yeah.
just took that and ran with it in college, and that's
Okay.
actually when I started picking up cosplay and Comic Cons and stuff. I actually
Okay.
built my first rendition of the Lego Man in college out of
Oh,
cardboard.
oh,
Uh,
so there's another rendition. I didn't know that.
there is, and it's dead because turns out cardboard melts. Over time, it just turns into soup. Uh,
Wow, interesting. Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah, that kind of got me onto this train of like building things, and then
Okay.
I went out to work in Sioux City, Iowa, 2019, and when the pandemic hit, I mean, what's less than nothing? Because there was nothing out there to begin with. So
Sure.
I joke, but seriously, I was like, I'm just gonna make TikToks, and it started out telling people that there could be bird poop in icicles, and that
Okay. Yeah, I did see that one. Yep.
it's been like 18 million views on TikTok
That's
alone,
crazy.
and
That
that
is
just
absolutely crazy.
shoved me forward into this field. And just kind of when the inspiration hits, or when I get sick and tired of seeing bad weather info, I just hop on. I'm like, hey guys, fun fact: Category 6s don't exist.
So what you just said kind of reminded me of Twisters, but instead of you going the storm chaser route, you went a more I don't want to say official, but you
Yeah,
went more official, I guess you can say, or safe. Let me say safe. Let's say it's safe, the
well,
safe route.
and it's fun too because with college and everything, I went to Valparaiso University,
Yeah. Okay.
and they have a racing club.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna do TV, but if I can chase a tornado. And so I started doing that for like 4 years in college, and I ended up just kind of like, if there's ever a tornado nearby,
Okay.
just going and chasing it for TV. And so it's really cool to bring everything together, but at a safe distance.
Yeah. Well, so here's a big question. Would this guy make it through a tornado?
Honestly, I think it would. It has like a 300 hot glue stick.
That's insane.
It's gotta hold up to something. It's like the roach and the nuclear fallout. It's not going anywhere.
I can't get over like I was so like it was one of those moments where like when I came across your video, I was like, I have to have you on here because this is not something you see every day of the week. In all my years of collecting, it's not something I've ever seen. So I
Compliment.
figured the Lego community would be very proud of this moment to have such great representation, not only for the Lego community but out in the weather community too. It's like mixing everything together. Um, so so how I came across this, obviously you had this made for Halloween of this year, correct?
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
I started working on it back in 2023, but
Okay.
then I had like this car crash and my shoulder's been
Oh
wacky, so I was like, I'm
gosh.
gonna go through that physical therapy, and I
Sure.
just decided I'm gonna finish up with the one arm being good, and finally finished it for this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. So can you kind of go through with us? I think you said did you find the
I
plans for it?
did,
So
yes.
I'm curious to see what.
These things are so cool. They're old, like
Oh wow.
comic
Wow.
things,
Yeah.
but I'll take it out so there isn't as much of a reflection. Curse you lighting in a basement.
Yeah. No, I
But
hear you.
so it started out with just like Lego Man 1.0,
Okay.
and I took the original patent
Okay.
and I scaled it up to my body size, and so
Interesting. Okay.
and like I made it so that it was like wide enough and tall enough and everything. So like it's the only body type that'll fit in it properly,
Okay.
which is fun. But it's not great for commissions. But oh well,
Yeah.
I'll
So.
build another one of that unless I need to. Yeah, no, just got all the little bits and pieces, and over time, I mean, if I doodle on stuff, I just write it on little notes for
Okay.
modifications, and
Yeah.
sometime in the future, if I decide to build more and have an army, yeah, it's gonna be right on these blueprints.
I'm not gonna lie. You know the whole craze with the Home Depot. I think it's Home Depot the skeleton, like the real tall skeletons. I think this would sell by far better than the Home Depot skeleton.
Oh, 100%. If you could find a way to mass produce this, it'd be
Yes.
amazing.
So so what is it made of?
Yeah, so it's mostly corrugated plastic, which
Okay.
you can kind of see if I take its head off. It's just like what they use for political signs and yard signs.
Yeah.
And I just, calculated out the math because what else am I going to do with math other than meteorology? And yeah, so you
Oh
can kind of
wow.
inside of it has all these sharp, jagged edges. And then, if I can actually, I'm going to move you guys over here a little bit. We're going to just put you inside the head so you can see that there's only
My gosh, it's just the mouth.
it's
Wow. Holy cow.
and that's the only ventilation too. I'm gonna
That's
carve.
crazy.
This is gonna eventually have an air
Yeah,
hole in it.
that yeah, I was gonna say that's a good idea. So now does it click together at all, or it just kind of like how does the head does it move at all, like spin?
Well, right now I have it in a Velcro setup, but I
Okay.
loosened it so just enough that it won't like fly off when I'm wearing it. But if
Okay.
I want to, I actually carved out. It's a little tricky to see this little corner piece right
Oh
here.
yeah, I did see that. Okay.
And so I can take my hand up through the head hole when I'm wearing it, and I can turn the head however I want to interact with people. Like a little puppeteering where the cosplay comes in. I got so much crap from people saying, that's just a costume, it's not a cosplay. I'm like,
How that
there's a role play aspect to this.
that is so far and above like I mean I don't know how you can say that doesn't qualify as a cosplay because I mean it's incredible.
Oh,
And I mean what how else would you do anything with Lego other than to be a minifigure? I mean that's
really? Like, I mean,
oh
maybe you dress up as like Indiana Jones's hat is the
uh,
only other like thing that I could think is iconic enough.
you
But
know so here's a thought for you. Here's how you can market it. You could sell the costume and then you could sell the accessory. So here's cowboy hat. Here's
that,
don't
actually
forget about me.
would be perfect. Oh my gosh, yeah, you get credit. 'Cause what I'm thinking of is because I go to a Doctor Who convention every year,
Okay.
Chicago Chess, and I want to make this so that I can not only compete in regular Comic Con competitions for cosplay, but also like
Yeah.
specialties. So I could do like the
Okay.
Doctor Who look and get a little trench coat on him, and
That'd be cool.
it's
Uh,
definitely, but it's a possibility.
did you, are you familiar with the store called Bricks and Minifigs?
I am,
Do
yes.
you have one up by you by any chance?
No, I don't think we do.
Okay. I was just curious because I don't have one either by me, but my thought process here was they offer birthday parties,
Oh,
and there's where my
I could make money. Let's go.
oh man, you know what? I'm thinking about the beard too for Santa, the hat, the beard for Santa. I mean, you could go and kids could come sit on its lap.
Could market it easy peasy. I mean, it's sturdy enough too.
You
That's
and
when I.
you and I, we need to chat. We need to chat about the opportunities here.
Yes, we could make a whole business.
You know what? Nowadays, that wouldn't surprise me if it would take off like hotcakes.
Oh
So,
yeah, in the front, Lego in the back.
yeah, exactly. So, what did your coworkers think? Now, were they prepared for this, or did you just like randomly show up with it?
So I'm Halloween's like my Halloween holiday. The Halloween is just when everyone else catches up to me as far as
Okay,
like costuming.
sure.
So I told them last year, I was like, okay, I want to do a Lego Man costume. Ended up not finishing it with the arm and stuff. So I did a Triceratops, an inflatable Triceratops,
Oh,
which
okay, yeah.
is big in and of itself. And so this year I told them, I looked at them, I said, hey, you guys know I'm crazy. I'm doing a Lego Man. Like, I had to bring my parents' car because it wouldn't fit in mine.
Excellent.
Like,
That's hilarious.
big. Yeah, and so I take it in, and we have our studio set to the point where you walk in, and to the right there's a wall, and you walk around the wall, and you get
Okay.
to the set. To the left is the audio board.
Okay.
Not many people look to the left. And I was like, I'm going to trick some people, get a little trick out of this. And so I set Lego Man up here next to the audio board, and I sat in the weather area in the studio doing my forecast, and you just hear an occasional, ah! Screams. I'm like, yeah.
That is funny. I mean, I love it, but for those that are not like familiar with Lego or just like don't have any idea like I can see where it could get people. And the best part is too, like the fact that you can only see out of the mouth, like, and I don't know if you saw somebody commented saying that they thought the mouth was paint. Like you can't see, like right now I see what they're talking about. Like you could not tell somebody was in there. So.
Oh, totally not. And it's perfect too because when I put my head inside, the headphones won't. Oh, they will.
Here we look at this.
So you can't really see. I have mesh in here that I'm gonna improve upon, but yeah, with the shadows and everything, especially from a distance, you can't really tell.
I'm not gonna lie. The sound quality in there with the mic was actually pretty nice. You sounded pretty fantastic inside of there. So
I was shocked that this thing, like the audio, I put a little bit of stealth in there, and next thing you know, it's perfectly fine.
That's hilarious. So so this obviously was on TikTok. So how did this, like, what did this do in a sense of, I guess you can say, viral compared to like your weather stuff? Like, did this take off?
Oh, it took off very similarly.
Okay.
I think it's my most viral tweet for sure. I think it picked up like 10 million views on Twitter.
Okay.
Which, for it being a dying website, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
And then what was it, on TikTok? I think I picked up, I'm close to 6 million views.
Okay.
So it got up there. And
that's crazy.
For being like a little 11-second clip to just everything is okay. Okay, cool. I'll take that.
So then, just to verify here, so you did do a full weather forecast inside of it?
Oh yeah, I did one that was live.
Okay.
And that one I almost literally passed out upon. Like the studio lights are LEDs now, so they don't have as much like of that halogen radiation.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that would have been awful.
I was talking, and there's a point in the live broadcast, if you went back to the footage, you could hear me just be like, and as we go through today, we're going to... And I was so close to passing out.
That's crazy.
So we finally got done with that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take this off for 10 seconds, breathe.
Yeah.
We're going to do a web hit. And mercifully, that one went smoother. But holy cow, that was almost a blooper.
Well, as you, I'm sure you're fully aware. There's lots of bloopers in the news. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, I account for many of them. I do forecasts with kittens a lot of the time. Every Friday,
I did. I think I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you get these kittens from the shelter, and they have pent up energy, and one of them got away. I think it. Oh gosh, it wasn't. It was a Harry Potter name. Was it Hermione? Or no, it was Hamilton. I remember
Okay.
him because
Okay.
he got out behind our set, in between the wall and our set. And mind you, our studio is actually on top of a nuclear bunker. So
okay. Did not.
we're a little worried that he was going to get into the bunker.
That's.
Fun. It's really fun. I have some of the best bloopers.
I can imagine. Well, you know what? I heard it's not good to leave Lego men around nuclear bunkers just in case. So you might want to be careful.
Good point. Yes, he's staying down in our non-nuclear basement now.
That's good. So now, is he?
It's a built-in security system because it's right next to where the stairway comes down.
Okay.
And if someone comes down the stairs and the lights are off, like you feel like you've descended into a ring of hell. Like this thing is looking at you and it's just like
that. If I had a front window by my front door, I would just stand him in the front window and then literally keep the blinds open all the time.
Well, I had that for Halloween. We put them in our garage and I was getting out candy, and you could tell the kids who have been online because they were looking at it and they're just like, it's gonna move. It's gonna move. I'm like, oh no, I was in it earlier today. I'd just die if I was in it right now. Happy Halloween.
That's funny. Oh man, that's hilarious. Well, I appreciate what you put into that because it definitely brings a lot of joy to a lot of people. So I will definitely enjoy seeing. I'm assuming he's coming out for future events.
He is. Yes, I'm planning on finding the right Comic-Con to take me to for like a costume contest. Because some of them, like regional ones, I know Grand Rapids Comic-Con, I've won a prize there before, or like Capital City Comic-Con in Lansing. Pretty easy. But then you get to C2E2 or like a Fan Expo, and you have people who do this for a living. And I'm like, holy imposter syndrome. So it's a matter of getting the right place.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, for everybody watching, Katie and I did have a little chat, and it's not going to be as long as we get a good one, we'll make it official. But Katie and I talked, and we're going to put something out there for everybody to put some names out there to potentially name our Lego man, as Katie refers to him now. So when we're done with the live here, I'll post something up and I'll share it to both our pages. And then we'll open it up to some comments to see. Please keep it appropriate because this thing will travel. And if she's wearing it and sharing the name, we have to keep it appropriate to all ages. So
I have had one name suggested in my time other than just Lego Man, and that was OG.
Okay.
Which I do like, but I'm open to all of them. Like I don't think people come up with.
So I had a suggestion by one of my buddies on here. He just said, name him Keith.
Nice. Hey, good suggestion.
You know what, Katie, sidetrack here. I don't know if you checked out my page, and I'm going to shamelessly plug this because if I can get any help, I'll take it. I have a thing going where I'm trying to get Lego to follow me. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos.
Oh, you're on like
so if you ever, I'm on day 41 today. So if you ever want to shout me out, be my guest. I'll take it. So
perfect.
And include Lego Man because that might help. So. All right.
Billboard.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So, all right. So now the elephant in the room is addressed. So now we're going to get into you because you're the reason you're here, not Lego Man. So.
This one totally is.
I know, but I don't want him to get all the credit.
Fair. Creator and createe.
Yes. So basically, you know what? See another costume idea for you. Scientist, Frankenstein.
That could work too. Oh my gosh, could you imagine, like, if I had any skill as far as electronics go, I would create an exosuit inside this thing so it could move efficiently.
That would be cool. You know what? Who needs Elon's robots when you can have that thing, Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's simple enough. It only weighs, like, I don't want to say 20 pounds at most.
Okay. Yeah.
So you could probably get it to work.
You know what? Let's start a new attempt here. Let's start tagging Elon and telling him scratch the robot ideas. He needs to make these. Everybody needs one of these in their house.
Oh my gosh, yeah, make it your own butler. You can have your own Lego dinners.
Oh man,
Awesome.
that would be something. All right, so your Lego journey personally. Did you build anything when you were little? So when you were a little girl, did you have any sets or did you do any free building, anything to that extent?
Yeah, I remember we used to have like the original sets, the green build plate, and then
Yep.
you had the little house. Actually, I think I still because I brought out all of my little minis. I do. I've sorted them into like the individual people, and there's one of the people. Oh my gosh, that is Hey,
It,
where'd you
it
go?
seems so mysterious because Lego Man's just staring into my soul, and you're just doing your thing.
See how haunting he is. There we go. So I have like a little my original one that I used to
Yeah,
play
yeah,
with
yeah.
all the
Yep.
so yeah, that just kind of let me build back when they had physical noses
Yeah. Oh,
too.
yeah. I remember. Yep. Yep.
Gosh. But yeah, and then we just started my brother and I just built random things that we came up with. And
Okay.
I want to say it was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I came upon Adam Savage sorting through a bunch of his
Okay.
Legos and like stuff. I thought, okay, that's a good idea because ours was just a bin,
Sure. Yeah.
a mass storage bin. This isn't the most conducive to imaginary
Yep.
things. So I'm just gonna build a system to build Legos from. And
Okay.
now I have a bunch of little mini bins and a bunch of pieces that will eventually be sorted into their own categories.
Nice. So is what you have now, is that basically what you've had like that you've brought with you, or like do you have new stuff that you've purchased and mixed in, or
Yeah, it's mostly honestly old Lego. If I see any pieces or any sets, I will pick them up. But those
okay.
I generally like try to keep within themselves.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, I got this little Pirate Island dude. Because I
Oh
ordered a
yeah.
bunch of
Yep.
that stuff. So
Yep.
he's the next build to put together, and
Okay.
I can always scavenge for
Yeah.
parts if need be.
Oh, that's some of
Oh,
the best. That's some of the best is when you have to find parts. So,
oh yeah.
so then you. So I'm trying to get like an age. I obviously I was taught never ask a lady her age. So I'm kind of sticking with the.
28.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you're familiar or not, but people like to call time in your life the Lego dark age, is where you play with Lego as a kid and then you don't do anything with Lego and then you come back into it.
Okay.
So did you have that time where you didn't do anything with Lego, or have you always kind of dabbled in it a little bit?
Yeah, there was definitely a dark period where it just kind of went, I'd say like 2007-ish to
Okay. Oh,
2018-ish.
okay.
So that's kind of when I just was like, okay, got to focus on school, going off to college, rah, rah,
Yep.
rah, marching band down. It's everything else
Sure.
just kind of got in the way. And so now that I'm back, I'm like, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Now, oh, and so now I just, if I have the idea, I come back and I build them. I started making Lego minifigures like custom for people,
Oh, okay.
commissioning those, and I once made an entire TV news station
Wow.
out of like the people and everything, and he had
Okay.
the boss handed it out for a Christmas gift. I was
Oh,
like, oh,
nice. Now, so for that, do you mean like were you doing like that 3D printing, or were you doing like just piecing them, like putting parts together?
yeah, just putting parts together.
Okay.
One of them, the one that was the most fun, I think. Well, two of them that were most fun. One of the people at the station knew how to pole vault, and
Okay.
so I found a way with the pieces to make a pole vaulting setup,
Okay.
and actually have his minifig just based off of the guy's
Oh, nice.
face.
Nice.
The guy had like all of their headshots. He's like, just make them after them. I was like,
Oh, cool.
perfect.
Yeah.
Media snooping later, and boom.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I made one that was pole vaulting, and another one the employee, she loved disc golf,
Okay.
and so I made a disc golf
Oh,
course with her
that's cool.
big like mid throw. It was so
That's
fun.
neat. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Now, so you said is your brother, and is he older brother or younger brother?
Younger brother,
Okay.
2 years younger, 2 feet taller.
Yeah. That's tends to be how it happens,
Oh,
right?
wow.
So he would not fit in that suit. So
No. Oh, yeah. I think my mom's probably the only other one who would fit in it because we're
okay.
like pretty much copies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the eye level has to be so perfect with the smile. It's like, all right, well,
You know
very
what?
human.
If you cut the top off of the head, though, maybe your brother could fit in it, and his head would just stick out the top.
That would look so weird. I love it.
Oh, so now, your brother is he still dabbles in Lego too?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Usually when we come home for the holidays, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago we came home and I just looked at him and he looked at me. I was like, let's play with our Legos.
nice,
And so we have our Lego bin, our Nerf bin, our Thomas the Tank Engine bin.
okay.
We to have fun with. And yeah, he built like this runaway, what was it, like a Wild West scene. The horse took
Okay.
the tractor, and we were all just like sitting around and having fun. And then, fun fact that I don't know if many people know about: if you barely attach the minifigure's head and shoot them with a Nerf dart, they explode. So we just had fun doing like Wild West shootout with our Nerf and the minifigure. Much
Oh
in
man.
our 20s. Never grow up.
No, so first of all, it makes me happy because we have a little bit of an age gap. So I'm 36, so not
Nice.
not too much, but um, you have a common interest in like the toys that like were popular for me when I grew up. So like it's really neat that not only we're only 8 years, but it's still like those toys are still like a common thing for people. So, and it's funny that I don't think I ever shot a Lego person with a Nerf
Yeah,
gun, but I did shoot some stuff with the Nerf guns as well. So I know
yeah,
where you're coming from.
definitely
Uh,
give it a try. This little guy, this is Radar, by the
he
way.
is cute.
He's trying to knock over the camera, so we're not going to
Did
do
did you see the Lego tuxedo cat that they made the set?
that. Oh my gosh, I follow, what is it, Jin the cat or something here, and it's like a
Okay.
carbon copy of that cat from
Oh, okay.
Instagram. Hilarious.
Did you see the video? People put their cats with that Lego cat, and they'll sit there and they'll try to talk to it. And the one I saw, like it was meowing at it, and obviously it wasn't doing anything back, and it started getting mad, and it started like batting at its face. I was just
He
like,
was like, talk to me, talk
yeah.
to me.
Uh,
They
well, I mean,
make
it,
more.
yeah, yeah. That's I know they've had like smaller sets, but that's like I think the first legit like life size animal that they've made, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, obviously they have all kinds of other smaller animals, but that's like a legit replica of a cat. So I
Oh,
think it would be neat if they had like some sort of dog or something too. I don't know. I just think it would be interesting. So I actually said I might get that cat and let my dog look at it and see what he does with it to see if he would respond.
all of a sudden, pieces everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. He's more of a scaredy cat type, so I'm assuming he'd probably run away from it. So
My cats are two very different types. Radar will fight, Doppler will run. So,
that's fantastic. Radar and Doppler, fantastic. I mean,
oh,
that fits the
the
bill.
brand. Yeah, exactly. They're so much fun. They
Oh,
actually
yeah.
they when I was trying to build this, because the corrugated plastic, actually I have some of the spare sheets over here. Go ahead and grab this. There we go. So the corrugated plastic, it comes in these like massive things. This is
Okay.
144 square feet
Oh,
of this.
wow. Okay.
And so I'm sitting on the floor and I'm trying to cut it and get exact angles and everything. And then you just feel the thud. I'm like, and you just see them back there and they're just pawing at it like, I'm like, little scratches.
So I'm just, I hate to go back to it, but I'm just looking at something now. So what's covering the corrugated plastic?
Yes. So this one, I just went with something that was cheap and easy because it was the first time I'd ever tried fabricing, really.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
And
Okay.
so this is actually, it's like dollar style plastic, or I don't know if it's plastic or what. It's fake, whatever it is, fabric, from like
Okay.
Joann's or something. It
Yeah.
has very like rough, even pitted
That's
texture to it if you look close.
interesting. Yeah. Okay.
But
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I that looks like a familiar fabric, but I can't think
yeah,
of what it is. But
no
yeah.
one,
Okay.
no one actually buys it for clothing because that would be the worst. But
Yeah.
this one can maybe. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, you can't even really see it.
No, I can
And
see the lines in it. Yep.
yeah, so it's pretty much just that, and it's because it was only $2 a yard, and so I could buy 8 yards and not break the bank.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
If I didn't
So
have screw up time with this, I
yeah,
could screw up and not have to worry.
is it pretty durable too? Like for some reason, I think of those yard signs, and yeah, I guess they withhold like the weather and all that. So I'm guessing it's pretty like I won't say flexible, but it's not
Oh yeah,
easily
no, it won't.
damaged. I guess.
It won't bust part. I say like the worst part is the fabric because it could get dirty or like scuffed up, but
Okay.
because it's such fabric, I could just rip it off and start again. But
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, the inside, like I could punch him in the face and he bounces right back. So
That's frowned upon in the community. You're shooting them and punching them here, Katie. You're
yeah,
killing me here. I'm trying to bring you to the Lego community, not push you away.
all of a sudden,
Yeah.
most wanted.
I'm gonna see wanted posters tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a screenshot of me just.
Yeah.
No, well, it's funny too because with the cats, they will try to jump on it, and
Yeah.
the whole, I guess, for lack of a better term, crotch region
Oh yeah.
is full,
Okay.
and so you end up getting him tipping forward, and his head will roll, and I'll just wake up to a decapitated Lego man.
You talk about creepy. That's even creepier seeing a head rolled on the ground.
Oh, it's freaky. You just look at it, you're like, that's new. Although
Oh.
the biggest scare with this was we were getting ready to get it out for Halloween and like everything's finished and stuff. And I looked, I had the body detached and we looked in the pants and there was this spider that was, I kid you not, probably a Kennedy half hour.
Oh. Yeah.
We're looking like,
Oh yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to, kill it in the costume.
Oh.
We're like, how do we lure it out? Can we lure it out? And I was like, you know what? Forget it. And I just took these 2 pieces of paper towel and I'm like, yeah. And didn't leave a stain, mercifully.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. So I have a friend on here. She lives over in Australia, and there's been a conversation that we've had about the massive, spiders that are over in that side of the world. So I can't even imagine seeing like. And I pray I don't curse you when you wear this costume, but I pray you never see anything while you're in it because
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you would do.
There would be very little I could do. I would accept my fate, and maybe just be like, take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off.
Do you watch Yellowstone by any chance?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
All right. I don't want to curse, or I don't want to curse. I don't want to spoil anything. There was actually a scene from a new episode last week with a certain animal inside of a tent, and I'll just leave it at that. So,
If anything, like anything at all goes wrong inside the suit or even outside, this is totally dependent on having a second person around.
yeah.
I cannot get in it. I cannot get out of it. And if I fall over while I'm in it,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to stay there and just be like, oh, there's the consequences of my own actions.
At least, wait. So, can the arms lift?
They can, yeah. So the arms themselves, they are totally movable.
Oh, but you can't. You can't do anything like to try to take the head off.
Right, yeah, it's like I can't get it to bend in, but I'm hoping actually Lego Man 3.0, if it becomes a thing, or 2.5, we'll find out. I'm gonna make the hands movable too with a rigging
Okay.
system on the inside.
Okay.
So, because right now the way that the shoulders are, it's exactly like a minifig, so you can pop off the arms and everything. And on the inside of it, actually, do I have them screwed in right now? I do.
Oh, okay.
So on the inside, I have these screws, the extra padding I built on the inside, so we can feel like it has a screw going through it right here, and my arm goes here, so I can move the arm up and down.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh man, so this is like a legit. It's not just like a for show. It's a legit piece.
Oh, it's totally functional. It's exactly to scale of the original Lego model.
That is so crazy. I personally invite you to come down to the Steel City Comic Con because I have to see this in person.
Yes. Oh, well, see, the thing is, if you get pulled over for any reason with this in your car, there will be questions. So traveling is a good question on how that would work, but maybe.
Yeah, well, I would suggest covering the head so it can't be seen.
Yes, a hood ornament? Yeah, absolutely.
Christmas Vacation, strap it to the top of the...
I get the lights on it and everything. If I cut out the eye holes and actually made them an eye hole thing instead of just vinyl, you just have a glowing, emanating eye and face, mouth, and that
red.
would get over.
Red.
Oh my gosh, yes. I traumatized so many children.
But hey, some kids probably deserve that. They have to learn at some point, right?
Yes, kids, you must behave, otherwise the Lego heads will come and find you.
Oh man, all right. So, going back, man, we're gonna have to have another. We're definitely gonna have to have a second episode because this is just too much fun. But going back to you, so you said you do buy Lego sets. Um, is there like a theme that you like? Will you just go to, like, let's just say the Lego store or Target or Walmart and then just buy like anything that looks cool, or do you have any like specific theme that you like to build?
Well, for me right now, it's just shapes and colors. But there is an actual, oh gosh, archive, I'll put it.
Okay.
Let me pull this out. Because we originally got a lot of the Aqua Raider ones,
Okay.
and I still have all the
Wow.
little,
Look at that. Oh man,
big
that's
old tons
cool.
of plastic. And like, we kept all of the instruction
Yeah.
manuals because
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
This is
Exactly.
what was ours. But we did, we eventually we got some Star Wars
Okay.
sets. I'm more of a Star Trek girl,
Okay.
but my brother really appreciated those. And then we also had, come on, where'd you go? Oh no, there we go. Mars mission.
Oh my gosh! Wow. See, I just was having this conversation the other night with my buddy Mav. He's on here. Uh, we were talking about how the sets now, like, obviously they're great. There's a lot of great sets, but it seems like they're so focused on like new like replicas of things, like TV shows, movies. All of that original stuff is like gone. It's like there's no
Oh,
classic. There's no creativity anymore. And that's what's such a bummer, is because like they have a good thing going. Obviously, the people are buying the stuff, but I think with how the kids are nowadays, I think it's so important to try to get back to that
mhm.
classic stuff and let these kids like create their own stuff and not just go so focused on what's out there already. And that's what you have. You have that era of stuff where it was like, yeah, it's a set, but you can like mold stories and do your thing with it.
Exactly, because you get these IPs that are created with Lego, and I mean that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're constrained to a point mentally within the canon of that
Yep.
show or
Yep.
movie. Whereas you have Aqua Raiders, and you're like, what's the
That's
story?
so, yeah. That's so cool. Yeah. That's so neat. There's so many, I think there was a theme called like Atlantis, if I'm not mistaken, that I always bring. Okay. Yeah. See, that's one I've never seen in person. But it looks just awesome. It looks like there's a lot of neat stuff in it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we had like the Indiana Jones ones, the airplane one.
I'm
Oh
putting
my
you
god,
on the spot here looking through manuals.
yeah, they're the best part. There we go, Power Miners.
Oh, the
This
power miners. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep.
love them
Oh
so
man,
much.
that's so
Blue
cool. Man,
dude.
you have some goodies there. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
See,
someone out there would want these, but
see,
I'm like,
everybody knows you as the minifigure girl now, but now she's more than just the minifigure. She is the classic Katie. That's what your new name is. You know
yeah,
what? Wait a second. What if we name him Classic?
you know that could actually work. I like
That's
that.
I do like that.
Classic.
I like that a lot. Look, I'm even giving you thumbs up here. I do this every live. For some reason, I always get caught giving thumbs up. I don't know.
You're positively like your positivity. It's just you gotta get out on the internet.
This is fantastic. It's so nice to meet somebody that has like the classic stuff. And I'm only, you're only episode 3, and so I don't know what else I'm going to come across. But this is like my first jackpot of classic stuff here. So I like it. I like it a lot. Uh,
Oh, well, that's good because I was looking through all the new Lego sets just to like catch up before we
yeah,
do this. Media, I have to be prepared for all sorts of things. But I'm looking at, I'm like, yeah, I kind of dropped off with the Harry Potter sets, and I
oh,
missed out on in that Lego Dark Age of like a lot of the other stuff. And so, yeah, I was looking at like there's a lot of catching up to do, and oh,
yeah,
I don't have the money for
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely an adult hobby now.
Yeah.
That's who pays for it regardless, unfortunately. But yeah, it's the sets have gotten so big that you remember the good old days of saving up your allowance trying to go buy stuff. Like, I don't know how much. Well, I don't know what kids get nowadays for allowance, but I mean, you'd have to save for a while to go buy one of these sets. I mean, because there's not much that's cheap, which is unfortunate, but I understand. It's the time we live in, so you just got to roll with the punches. So,
Yeah. That's
um,
why I was like, I wanted to make this one out of like corrugated plastics. I'm sure someone has built a replica of the minifig just like as a big fig, like they do with the models and stuff that you see at
Yeah.
competitions.
Yep.
But that would take a lot. And I'm looking at my little bin full of red bricks. I'm like, there's not a chance at all that this is going to happen. We're doing it out of
You
plastic.
know what, though? If I don't know, I think I like sticking with the whole classic thing. This is like classic, like homemade costumes growing up. Like that was the jam. And this, while it doesn't look homemade, it looks like a legit costume. So you did a fantastic job on that.
Well,
So
thank you.
round of applause.
Oh, shucks. I genuinely, like, I don't sew yet. It's sewing and welding. If I can master a sewing machine and a TIG welder, the universe needs to watch out. But,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm still very proud of it. And from a distance, you cannot tell at all that anything is off with
Oh,
it.
sure.
Like, if you get close, you're just like, oh, yeah, there's a little line there, a little line there. I'll fix it in the next round. It's
Hey,
fine.
like I said, the way you keep people away from it is shove some red lights in those eyes and you'll keep everybody away. So,
Stay 5 feet minimum.
or there, that's what you need to do. You need to put a sensor in it. So like the eyes are normal eyes, but then when somebody starts getting close to it, they start changing colors and you'll get red.
That would be so funny. Oh my
Uh, See,
God.
every live I have, I keep telling people I have so many ideas. I just don't have outlets to make them happen.
I feel that. And so the
Oh.
workshop that I'm in right now, it's like if I do have an idea that comes to mind, I just run down here and make it happen before I forget.
Hey, yeah. Well, you know what? I'm learning that quickly. You have to write stuff down at least because if you try to keep it all in your head, it does not go well.
You should see the notes app on my
Yeah.
phone. My gosh, my phone ever implodes is because of that app.
You know, it's funny you say that. So I years ago, when you start have to use passwords for everything, and it's all these. They always want different passwords, different usernames. So I had this brilliant idea where I was going to create an Excel spreadsheet where I put all my usernames and passwords. So I did that, and then I got this brilliant idea to password protect the spreadsheet.
Oh
I forgot the password.
no! Oh, every time. Like
So
you
I
people
feel
make
you.
fun of parents for having these password drills and stuff. I'm like, no, that's where it's
It's
at.
yeah, it's smart. Yeah, yeah, it's
You just
smart.
like bury it under something, like those hollowed out books you can get. Just like
Yeah,
put it in
yeah, yeah, yep. No, hey, I'm with you on that one because it's and I keep saying that this whatever this supposed cloud is, wherever this thing is, like how much can we trust it? I mean, what
yeah,
is it? Where is it? How much can it hold? I don't know. So
yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, blueprint, physical. No one will ever
yep,
have the same print unless they can do math.
yep, yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, and plus they can't fit it in anyway. So
Yeah, exactly.
all right, so I did as I mentioned to you, I did some research on the news website just to get to know you a little bit more before we chatted, and I saw that
That's
there was a no. You're my people. Yeah, we got save wavelengths here.
yeah.
So obviously we already talked about, like you enjoy Comic Cons, your pop culture stuff. And then I saw some of the things you like, Star Trek, not Star Trek, excuse me.
Oh,
I always say track for some reason. MASH, Bob's Burgers. One of the ones I like the most, I saw that you like DuckTales. Underrated show. So underrated. Do
oh
you
my God,
have the figures?
I do.
Okay.
I got the figures and I got the McScrooge's Scrooge McDuck's vault,
Okay.
and I got all that stuff. I mean,
Okay.
I found it because of David Tennant
Oh
and
yeah.
just
Okay.
absolute adoration for that man's acting.
Sure.
And then I was like, wait, this show is fire. Like, especially like the OG I've seen a bit of, but the
It's
reboot
good.
on Disney XD, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's so
Yeah.
good. Every
So
reboot should aim to be that.
thought. Here's another thought I have here. We should figure out a way to recreate Scrooge, right?
Scrooge, yeah,
Yeah.
Scrooge
Yeah.
McDuck.
Yeah. I don't know why that sounded awkward for some reason. We should
For the
recreate the
holidays.
scene. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. We should recreate the scene where he dives into the coins, but use Lego bricks.
Just, woo, oh my gosh, that'd be fun. That would hurt. Oh my gosh, that would hurt so bad.
Hey, it's all about the, you got to keep the vibes here. So you just got to suck up the pain and do it, you know?
Yeah, there we go.
My only advice would be it probably would be good to go butt first rather than head
Very
first. So,
much so. It is a cannonball instead of a point dive.
yes. So with your love of TV, movies, entertainment, all that stuff, we're gonna play a little game here real quick because we're getting close to our hour wrap up here. But I wanted to play this with you here because I think this would be interesting. Um, you are no longer a meteorologist, okay? You didn't get fired. You just said, you know what, I'm gonna go travel over to Billund and in Denmark, and I'm gonna go apply at Lego. Okay. So you
Okay.
apply at Lego and they say, Katie, we love you. You're our new Lego designer. Okay.
Cool.
So they tell you you have free roam to do whatever you want. You can design whatever you want after anything you want. It doesn't matter IP, your own whatever. What would you make? And give me some details about it.
Oh gosh, the two IPs. I'm like, okay, do I want to make money or do I want it myself? And there's a good intersection of both. Honestly, I've been on such a has-been hotel binge
Okay.
for the past, I want to say 10 months now.
Okay.
So if you want to make bank, do a Lego has-been hotel.
Okay.
Plus, it's
Okay.
also
So, I'm not meaning to interrupt, but you got to fill me here. What is that? I'm not familiar.
it's a show that no one would think that I actually watch. So it's
Exclusive.
anime.
I have an exclusive, folks. Listen.
Well, it's an animation. I don't know if any of the viewers watching are just gonna be like, oh, she watched it. But yeah, it's an animated adult comedy musical.
Wow, you threw a
Damn,
lot at me there. Holy cow. Okay.
it is. I'll have to send you a clip for the
Yes,
trailer. So if
please.
you watch it,
Okay.
you're just like, she watches that joke because it's all about redemption and being a better person and all this stuff. And all these
Yeah.
other things. Uh,
Yeah.
it's really
Okay.
fun. But I would do that.
Okay.
But I want to build a ship line of Star Trek. Do the Enterprise, no bloody A, B, C, or D, and then do all the A, B, C, and D's. And
That would be cool.
I think
Yeah.
it would. Oh, what is it? There's another. It's not Lego, but there's another brick building company that does something. They do some Star Trek mini sets where you can build the tricorder stuff.
I have not seen those. Okay.
They lost
Interesting.
the license though. I think they don't have the license
Oh,
anymore. So I
okay.
mean, I could just be like, it's available, yoink,
Wow.
and
You know, it's funny you say that because I would have to put money on Star Wars as a top income producer
oh,
for them. So I never thought about, I mean, you just imagine a Lego store having Star Trek and Star Wars right next to each other. Like, can you imagine the battles that would be amongst like the hardcore?
oh my gosh, you could have like Death Star, Enterprise, you got Voyager, a board,
Oh,
you could
don't
have,
tease me here. Oh, you're killing me.
and then you throw in some Doctor Who sets because they're
Yeah,
underloved in Lego. So it's like,
yeah.
let's put the TARDIS in here. Let's get some
Oh,
Daleks.
man, I can't believe I never see it's that's why I love talking to people because I don't think of this stuff sometimes and there's so much stuff that hasn't been made and like that's another thing I say it seems like so much stuff is rehashed and it's like instead of making the same ship three times why don't we focus on something else or make something else and I get like there's probably a mindset where the smaller things aren't as popular so they think they're not going to make as much money on it but I think like if you're a true collector like I think it would be nice for from a collection standpoint to have more of a wide variety of things not just the same thing replicated five times.
Find the niches and
Yep.
make more pets.
Yeah.
Make one
Yep.
tabbies and other kinds of cats, of dogs.
Yep.
Make it so that people can personalize it to their life.
That'd be
And
cool.
just make it from common pieces. It doesn't have to have like
The
special,
special ones.
unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be like, all right, we're gonna mass produce a bunch of these pieces, shove them in a box,
That's it.
slap a picture of a puppy on it, and send it out.
Slap a picture of
It could work.
if Lego's listening, we got some ideas over here.
There's your marketing campaign right there.
Geez, Kay, between you and I, one of us is going to get followed by Lego after tonight. I'm telling you.
I hope so. That'd be fun. You
Trust
can
me,
tell me. You
trust
can
me,
tell
me
me
too,
right
because I'm running out of ideas. So
now. Yeah. Hey, that's what you do. You get these, and then you all of a sudden you brainstorm and you have 20 more.
yeah, yeah. That, man, this is fantastic. I really appreciate you coming on and bringing all of this classicness and this guy. Now, I like the name Classic, but I am interested to see what other people come up with. So let's run with our idea here and see what ideas we come up with from other
Oh,
people.
oh.
Um, but before I wrap it up, is there anything that I haven't asked you about your Lego journey that you want to share, or anything that, like, is there any sets that you're interested in now that you haven't pulled the trigger on, or anything like that?
Oh, honestly, as far as like sets that I need to get, I so badly want to have a Hogwarts castle,
Okay.
but at the same time, I have cats and small
Yeah.
spaces. Wow, how would this turn out? So one of these days, like 98-year-old Katie is going to be like, "Oh yes, there it is," pulls it out to the replicator and be like, "Oh, I'm having such a fun time."
But you know what? By that time, there will probably be Hogwarts Castle number 50. Because I think we're already at like what, 3 or 4 by now.
Have
I
a
think it is.
reboot of the
Yeah.
reboot, and then have it. Yeah.
You you do know that they make display cases for these sets.
Oh my
So
God.
we could get a display case and put Hogwarts in the case, and then the cats can't get to it.
What do you say, Radar? He's like, I will find a hammer and I will make it. Like this boy, mind you, he came from a barn. Look
He
at him.
he's a big
Like
boy.
my Lego man is big. Radar is
Oh my gosh, he is so adorable. How old
oh,
is he?
thank you. He is now. Oh golly, I want to say
Are
5.
his eyes
Yes,
yellow?
they
I
are.
I don't feel like I've ever seen that before. He is cute.
Oh, thank you. His
You know
sister's
what?
out here to corral.
We need to get somebody who is good at making mocks of cats. Let's take the tuxedo cat and let's replace the black and make Radar.
Oh, we should. My little orange boy. They're
Yeah, because
those
see,
are orange cats. They have such a fun mentality. If any cat could play with Legos, they would be orange cats.
I would love to see that. If anybody's watching and anybody knows anybody who can take a tuxedo cat and turn, oh, and now this is Doppler. Oh
Exactly.
my gosh! Hi, you are so cute.
You know
Does he
what's
have
really
brown
funny?
mixed in?
She does. Oh my gosh, she's like the
Oh, she.
perfect
Excuse
mix.
me.
Oh no, you're good. But she has a little.
Oh,
Oh gosh, I messed that. She has a little patch on her chest, and it looks exactly like the Star Trek
oh,
Delta
really?
when it's not pulled. So it's like a little doo doo doo
Oh,
doo
yeah.
doo.
So wait, Radar is a boy and then Doppler's a girl?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And they have the same mom from the same farm, which is
Okay.
amazing. Just born 2 years apart. Oh golly.
They look like, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm a big animal person, and like they just
Well,
look like fluffy, cuddly, and I'm just like
yeah, she is so fluffy. Don't show your butt. We're gonna get
yeah.
demonetized.
You know what? I didn't know I had to age restrict this video here. So
Yeah, Doppler. Oh, you scandalous little 3-year-old you.
I'll remember that for next time. Age restrict the videos.
Yes.
Now I know I randomly mentioned it out. Have you do you know the term mock, MOC?
Oh gosh, my brain says yes, but then the disconnect to my mouth says no.
Nope. So it's my own creation. So MOC. So that's
There
like
it
when I yep yeah. So that's why I was just referring, thinking about taking that cat, because people will take sets and they'll rebuild them. Like there's somebody that I follow. And again, I do this every live. I always say I forget the names, but they have a series where there's 2 of them that come together and they take a Lego set and then they like mash it up. So like the
is.
other night there was the Nutcracker set and they made it like a rainbow type of Nutcracker, so it was all different color pieces.
Oh,
So yeah, it was really cool. So that's what I'm saying. Like you can get that cat now. I don't know if there's special pieces on the tuxedo cat that aren't in different colors, but I would think you could probably get at least most of it orange.
oh,
And then I know this is horrible to say, so please forgive me, but you could paint
I know.
the other pieces.
Oh, clutch the pearls. I can probably get enough like enamel paints
Yeah.
that are shiny enough. You can make them look pretty decent.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, Katie, I really appreciate you coming on tonight. I'm going to open invitation to you again in the future. If you have some free time, I can let you know what the schedule looks like, and I would love to have you back. And we can do like maybe some sort of little mini build or something.
That'd be awesome.
Perfect. Yeah, so I will touch base with you on that, and then you and I need to work on plans for this minifigure costume idea.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, before I let you go, if you don't mind, I just want to put out my next two episodes here, if you don't mind. I have this coming Thursday, so it's Thanksgiving for us, but it's going to be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I figured we'll be done eating Thanksgiving. So if people want to join in for that, and then next Saturday, the 30th, I'm going at 6 o'clock. So. We're keeping the series rolling, so big shoes to fill after you tonight, though.
Aw.
And I literally mean big shoes.
Yeah, oh, this thing, the feet could crush
Yeah,
people. I'm
I,
terrified if a child falls in front of it. It's going to be like a slow speed chase. Just
I, I did see somebody commented earlier the cause of death, death by minifigure. So,
oh, that would be something that the news picks up on. I guarantee it. If someone in the news, they just be like, "What happened here?"
well, guys, make sure for those of you who just joined or missed the beginning, check out Katie on WLNS 6. She is the weekday morning meteorologist up there, and she is also a viral TikTok sensation. So go check her out, check her videos out. She's got some funny ones out there for her weather forecasting. So enjoy her for that, and then check the Halloween video of her doing her forecast in the costume. So.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, if I don't talk to you before, you guys have a nice Thanksgiving, and then I will look forward to having you down the road for session 2.
Sounds great. Thanks for
All
having
right.
me.
Thanks for joining. We'll see you. Have a good rest of the night.
Bye.
All right. Bye.